and murky welcome to Warwick Kart Club. It is time for the 6-hour enduro SEK QLD. Fire up the 4-stroke kart, the twin-engine karts, and make their way out onto the circuit. A couple of roll-up laps will be in order, and then we will get the usual standing start, drop of the flag race as Briggsy in the JLA number 21 12 kart goes past, followed by your man in the 47, the Flyers from yesterday, Team Omega. Round they head, nice and steady as all the rest of the karts now peel out onto the circuit. This is the 6-hour enduro. Past goes 46, City Generators, through they head. There goes Team 33, Rupert's Bar and Grill. 773, Force Phantom goes past. Then the Cartel, Team 13, and then the number 22 kart, who had dramas yesterday, but a Race Odyssey came out with full intentions in the first practice session this morning, looked mighty fast on board that kart. Mark Darcy, Bradley McNaughton, Dave Jenkins will look to make inroads in this 6-hour enduro. So they're all going to do another roll-up lap. Very nearly time to go on the Be of the Bang for the 6-hour enduro here at Warwick Kart Club, the home of Warwick's fabulous sprint races. But today it's time to get ready to rumble for 6 long hours. Multiple drivers, multiple changes in the pits of drivers and the fuel stop. Maybe even a tyre change will go on. This is going to be one heck of a start. Remember, these guys get a standing start. Only the KZ2s have that privilege in karting nowadays. And again, number 22, a Race Odyssey, sideways out of New Pub once more. So I'm telling you, intentions are very, very marked on that kart. They're going to get one more then, as Beth Stebbings, the marshal of today, puts the finger up to do one more roll-up lap. Welcome to all the viewers watching the live feed. This is a start you will not see very often. SEK QLD then, championship round number 4, their second race of the season, leading the championship with 136 points. Force Phantom, there it is, the number 66 kart. Second in the championship, JLA, the number 12 kart, leading us now round towards me. And they were the winner in the 2 sprint races yesterday. What can they do in the wet conditions today? Briggsy will have the head in and be focused for the start of this. Simon Ham will be determined to get the win today. He is desperate to gather those points back. The City Generator slows down to let them all through. Now they're all going to form up. You won't see this too often, like I say. It will be a standing start, the drop of a flag, as they all shuffle away now up to the front of the grid. Now the nerves start to jangle. They're put into their grid spots. On the line, Beth puts them to the front first of all then. So Team Omega and JLA off the front row will peel away and start to give it some jandle. It's a 3rd row start for Force Phantom. Team 13's behind them. A Race Odyssey is off the rear of the grid, but he looked really racy already this morning, so watch for that start and watch for anything going on at turn 1. The Power Republic turn could be mighty interesting. We are ready. They are set. They're in position. Team 13, Team 773, JLA, a Race Odyssey, Team Omega, Rupert's Bar and Grill, Force Phantom, the Cartel, City Generators, and we are racing! Away they go! Oh, Force Phantom's bogged down! Big dramas for the championship leader, and he's gone off at the back, miles behind. It was JLA who got the whole shot. Oh, there's a little bit of a tap into pit corner onto Costa. They got, but JLA is getting some serious attention. Boy, oh boy, it's on now as they come down. Racing ears, heading into Broderick's for the first time. Water everywhere. Moves aplenty through Broderick's, nice and carefully. Onto Better Benz they head. And Force Phantom has got a serious amount of work to do already from the rear of this grid. Round they come then into New Pub. Very treacherous, tricky. And Team Omega really wants to get it on. Omega and 773 really want to get into this as they head down now into Cashie's corner. Everybody through there gingerly, popping and weaving. Team 13 up to P3. Team 13's gone past 773 up to P3. Whoa, sideways through there. A race on this has gone past 2 already. The cartel looks to have gone to the back as they head down through the Power Republic turn now, heading into pit corner. Round they come then through pit corner, and JLA leads the way, and it's all getting a bit tricky. Look at this, Team 13 off the inside. Oh, Team 13 trying everything, every which way but loose. It's on like Donkey Kong. Through, sideways, nearly made it too, but doesn't make it stick. Team 13 is absolutely rattling the cage and trying everything to get through. Watch for the movers to come down towards Cassius, and Omega is holding on. JLA then, Omega, Team 13, 773. Then Rupert's Bar and Grill, a race odyssey. Still making moves, then City Generators, then Simon Ham in the Force Phantom Cup, then the Cartel. Round they come then, round Cassius. Heading down into Pub. All action already at the front, and that's City Generators trying to go outside, inside, and the Force Phantom blasts his way through 2 of them. Next up will be the Race Odyssey, and Force Phantom is really on the charge now. Gone past 3 at the back already, is about to make it 4. Race Odyssey though hanging on in there. Round they come then, still JLA leads from Omega, from Team 13, then 773, then it is a Race Odyssey with Force Phantom in pursuit. Through they go, through Brodericks, heading down into Better Benz. You missing all the puddles, going really wide in Better Benz as they come back towards me, and still JLA leads the way through the puddles, keeping those tyres wet from Omega, from Team 13. Right there on the back of the big slide, going into Cassies, sideways through the chicane, and Rupert's Bar and Grill's got City Generator. Whoa, nearly looked up the inside. Has to pull it back and yield, and now we'll try again. A City Generator now all over the back of Rupert. Rupert's hanging on. Really wide through Pub. Round they go. Through goes the Cartel, but Rupert's Bar and Grill now is going to get rounded up. A City Generators has to think about it and pull back. Doesn't go through a Power Republic. Still Force Phantoms going through the field. Up past a Race Odyssey already. And now in pursuit of 773. Force Phantom, remember that drama at the start, put him back to the rear of the grid, and now has it going on again. Through Better Benz they go. Now they'll come back towards me. Still JLA looking comfortable out front. Through they come then. Through New Pub, splashing through the puddles. All flashing past me, and Phantom on the charge. Rupert's Bar and Grill still having dramas. The Cartel at the moment at the back. Through they all head then, all gone through Cassies. Now they head into Pub, and still Team 13 having a good look at the back of that car and having a crack. Down they go, down into City Generators. 6 hours, remember, they've got to keep this pace up for. In the max class, it is JLA from Force Phantom, from Rupert, from the Cartel. In the sportsman's class, Team Omega from Team 13, from Team 773. Then a Race Odyssey, then City Generators. But round they come on track, and still JLA leads this race and starting to get away. Oh, round! A Race Odyssey sideways and just keeps it going. Went around there at Brodericks, but got it back. Now Team 13 still having a look. Can Team 13 make that move? Whoa, it's got wide inside. The cutback, is it on? Very nearly. It was almost on, but Team 47 just holds on. Team Omega, from a perfect day yesterday, in the wet, is having all sorts of hassles, and Team 13 is right on the button. Good there going, what's that? Oh, that was Team 46. Going through on Rupert's Bar and Grill, but now they're side by side, down the main straightaway. Rupert's Bar and Grill is going to get it back. The slingshot and cutback was on, but oh, nearly side by side. City Generators holds on. Team 13's having another go. into Broderick's now. Team 13 goes tight once more. Wide line from one, tight line from the other, but they both emerge the other end in the same position. Meanwhile, back towards me, the Flyers, JLA, Briggsy on board, round he goes. Then this battle still goes on. Around they head. 5 minutes into a 6-hour race. Oh, sideways from 773. Sideways again in Cashies. Absolutely ragging that kart. Very tricky. And now Force Phantom is coming. They're leaning hard right. Trying to get traction on the kart. Round they come, they're down and now. Side by side again. Outside suicide for City Generators. The slingshot. Wow, nearly. Yes, it's on. But he's got to really give it in. Rupert's Bar and Grill holding the inside line. Will he hold it? All the way down. Oh, City Generators has to yield. He's pushed onto the grass and goes dirty for 30. Big puddle and has to pull it back. He's going to do it all again though, and definitely Rupert's Bar and Grill is going to have to hang on for grim death to this one. City Generators wants it. Round they head then, round, back towards me though. JLA leading the way. Now behind them. Still. Team Omega. Oh no, wide down from Team 13. Was that a serious move, because it was a sudden move to the left. Didn't really help the line. And now the run might be on down the straight, but I don't think that's going to be close enough. Down they go, down the measure. Still City Generators. Oh, uses the dirt. Still, it's on between these two. City Generators, now the slingshot. It's going to come to the inside line, but goes outside again. You're kidding me. Dirty for 30 again. The overtake on the grass and will be stranded on the outside once more. But there's it done. A City Generator at last goes through on Rupert, who slides it in and backs it in into pit corner, and finally a City Generator gets the job done. It took 3 laps of battle and he went through. Still, Omega battling to hold on from Team 13 and doing a brilliant job of it too, but Team 13 again looks to go inside now. The cutback on the outside will switch back again through pub. Omega holding on. There goes Team 773, then Force Phantom. Then it's going to be a Race Odyssey. Behind a Race Odyssey now, City Generators from Rupert's Bar and Grill. Behind them, the Cartel goes through Cashies. They have completed 8 minutes and 18 seconds. There is a very long time to go. And oh, Team 13 once more tries to go through. Side by side, same racing ears. Another look on the inside now at Broderick, surely. Oh, pulls it back. Now, whoa, backs it in. Very nearly side swiped. That was close, but no cigar. Team 13 is on the ragged edge of traction, desperate to get P2. Boy, oh boy, Omega is not going to give it up. Team 13, 773, Force Phantom now. Force Phantom closing in on 773. They're all sideways through the DPE chicane. On the limit of traction as they go through there. Force Phantom now leading hard. And it's Simon Ham on board. Now trying to get the slingshot down the main straightaway. Closes, closes, closes. Force Phantom. Oh, nearly side by side, but doesn't go through. 773 still hangs on. Through pit corner they head. Now they'll come back towards me, and he's always on the ragged edges, Simon Ham. The Force Phantom cut. Desperate to get through the whoa, big curb hop there. 773, a curb strike coming into racing ears. Didn't do his line any good, and now he's got Force Phantom breathing all over him. Through they go, through Better Benz. The leader though comes back towards me. Briggsy in the JLA, round he goes. Followed, Team Omega, Team 13. Oh, big wide line, he's gone through. Force Phantom goes through. 773 went dirty for 30. Force Phantom's up to P4 and still charging. Round they go then. And the 2 carts in front of it, remember they are the sportsman's carts. Team Omega and Team 13. They are the lesser experienced beginners of the enduro world, and they've got one of the champions about to swallow them up. He's desperate to get to them. and he's really ragging that cut. We are 10 laps in. We'll do another 5 laps of the live feed, and then we'll switch to some strategy talk as they go through Better Benson, Team 13. Again, right on the back of Omega. Round they come towards me. Through they go, and Omega and Team 13 again getting it on. But they've got Force Phantom closing in on them. Oh, I nearly lost it then, Omega. Nearly lost it. Team 13 is closing up. Gets really close. Omega almost lost it in chaos. He cashes corner and has to yield and bring it back. That was mighty close. Omega had to drag the cart back. It was mighty close, was that one. Round they go then into pit corner. Still Omega and Team 13 side by side again. This time surely inside line. He's alongside. He's got to hold it surely this time. He does. Team 13 goes through. Gets the position finally. Omega. Oh, trying to go round the outside. You're kidding. Round the outside of Better Benz. He's going to get it back. How on earth did that happen? You are kidding me. Omega. And now Force Phantom's gone through. Unbelievable stuff. Team 13 got it done in Broderick's, and both of them went around the outside suicide on 2 corners. You cannot do that at. Unbelievable stuff. Team 13's got to do it all again. Goodness me, what a move. And Force Phantom took advantage of the battle going on in front of him, and that is going to get him right on the back of Omega. Now Omega's got to hold on. Oh, he's gone wide again. Team Omega struggling in the wet. Force 4 nearly, oh, that was nearly 3 wide coming out of there. Force Phantom is going to blitz it. Oh, he doesn't go. He yields and pulls back. Decides better of it. Does he go wide though? Better Benz, no, he's on the inside line, and now Team 13, he is absolutely on the ragged edge. These guys are giving it some serious jandle. It's on like Donkey Kong. Force Phantom time, nearly again through DPE, has to yield, now he's going outside. Team 13 is going to take advantage of anything that goes on. I think Omega just bogged down. Whoa, does he go the inside? Yes, he does. Force Phantom up to P2. He's gone through in the end. Force Phantom goes through. Finally gets past the sportsman's cart. But boy oh boy, did they give him a battle. Now Team 13 is still having a crack at Omega out the inside. He's got him. Side by side again. Oh my goodness me. Doesn't make it stick, but he's going to any minute now. You just feel it's a matter of laps before Team 13 gets it done. Goodness me, he's on it like a ragged doll, and they are not going to give up. Back towards me, JLA leads the way. Then, here comes Force Phantom in P2. Team Omega P3, Team 13 P4 still, as they go down into Cashies. Team 13 is going to line it up again. He goes the cutback. The cutback is on. He's going to go around the outside suicide once more. I'm pretty sure he's going to line this up and maybe try the slingshot. Indeed he does. Side by side coming off the corner. Whoa, he puts a hand up. Not happy with the move from Team Omega. He felt he had the inside line, and Omega clearly shut the door and says, no way, Jose. I am having that spot. Through they come, through pit corner. Back towards me. Still Team Omega holding on. And still 13 now alongside again. Does it? Whoa, he doesn't get it once more. He's not quite there. We are 14 minutes into a 6-hour race, and these guys are racing like it's a sprint kart. Boy, oh boy. Oh, JLA goes through. Then Force Phantom comes through. And now this massive battle, it continues. And he is not going to give up. Through they head into Cashies, followed by 773. Does Omega bog down again coming out of there? Team 13 again has the pace coming off the corners. And guess what? It's not staying too wet. This line is beginning to dry. There is a definite, distinctive line in the track in certain parts where clearly it's drying out. There is some dilemma going to be had in the pit. Meanwhile, 13 and Omega still going at it. Still they're going. Round they come then, round towards me, and still Omega and Team 13. Team 13 right on his top at 1, nearly lose the front end, brings it back, has to yield. Omega gets away into the band, still he goes. Back towards me, the leader, JLA, through he goes. Then Force Phantom in pursuit and closing him down. Then Omega from Team 13, from 773. Then it's going to be a race odyssey, still sideways Sid. Then next up it's going to be a City Generator, I think, coming through. Here is a City Generator. Round they come. Team 46. Behind them still Rupert's Bar and Grill. Then it's going to be the Cartel who come round last. And I'll cut the live feed from there, ladies and gentlemen. So we will go to the video recording from here on in until the finish, of course. And there is the Cartel. We will be back later on. Got an issue for Team 13 having all that battles earlier, and they've got a drama there to come off. They're trying to get the second engine started. It's a big problem. Looks like they've got it now. Still drama for the team. I think they're still going to go to the scales. Oh, Team 13 has got dramas, and they've been right in the battle too. So they're told they've got to go the other way. They can't go through the scales, and now they're going to try and fix this up. So little drama they got with the cart, and it was mighty fast in that first 15 minutes, but now they're going to go back a few laps. They're going to bring this back if they can. So big dramas. They're going to go that way. They're going to move the cart, as the next one will be shepherded in to get weighed. Again, it's a 1 minute session to be weighed as cart 13 is peeled off. Rupert's Bar and Grill and goes into the weigh scales. They're just told to turn the engine off. So off go the engines first of all, then they have to peel it off, get them onto the scales, driver in cart, 1 minute, timer has already started, they are weighed, then it will be release time after 1 minute exactly. Sitting patiently, weight scales, time recorded, cart now wheel back into its position, timer's set, wheel them back into position to get going. The engines are started for them, so they don't have to get out of the cart, they're just ready to go. Both engines are there, they're lined up ready to be released. This is a 1 minute that every driver does. Team Principal Dave Dyson's watching on as his team go through their 1 minute weigh scale, so he's eager to make sure that they come out cleanly. So Dave's watching as Rupert's Bar and Grill now getting ready to be released. The timer is ready to go. They'll get the signal after exactly 1 minute. 2, 3, 1. Here they go. There they are, released, and away they go. Rupert's Bar and Grill. Out to go they can. Back onto the circuit, and off they go. Welcome back then, everyone, to the 6-hour enduro, the SEK QLD. They are 49 minutes into a 6-hour race. So there is Team JLA, the number 12 car, chasing the leader. The leader for today is Force Phantom, and in the distance there is Force Phantom. That is the distance, that is the gap, and Force Phantom currently leads the way. Ian Mack waiting to go on, but drying conditions see Simon Ham lead the way with the sun now starting to shine. Conditions are now going to start to really play into this. The track will start to considerably dry quicker, and back towards us comes a City Generator. Through they go. Then it's going to be the race leader, Force Phantom. Here he comes, Simon Ham. He will pick those puddles out and try to wet those tyres. He keeps doing that and keeps trying to cool them down. Doesn't want to cook them. Behind him, Team Omega goes through. There's Simon Ham in the Force Phantom car, comes up towards me, round he goes. Team Omega puts the hand off the steering wheel, continues on, has the wetsuit on. There is second place, JLA. Briggsy on board. P3 at the moment, Rupert's Bar and Grill, 2 laps out of here they come. Rupert's Bar and Grill, P3. Round they head with those distinctive covers over to stop the rain getting in to the airbox. Then Team 13 goes through, still coasting, but continuing on. in the sportsman's class. Team 773, here they come. Still lead the way. Through they go. Leading the sportsman's class. They've done 48 laps. P2 is Team Omega, the number 47 cart. There goes City Generator. They are currently in P3 in the sportsman's class. Flat through the pub curve. Here comes the race leader, followed by race second place DLA, waiting for Team 47. I think they've all gone in. So many cars have gone in for the driver change. As soon as that window opened, they've all popped in and they're all starting to fire back out. So driver change is happening on the run. A race Odyssey is done first. So out they've come, and what tyres have they put on? We're going to try and see what tyres these are, and I think they're definitely still wet. Whoa, it's very slippy though. Pretty sure that's way too wet for slicks. I don't think they've done it yet. That would be a mighty brave move if they had. But I was thinking it is mighty close to that decision being made. Looking at those tyres, they may not be wet. That could well be slicks. I think a Race Odyssey has made that bold move. Trying to see what is on that cart. Feathering it round pub. And we'll look at the times that he's doing as Race Odyssey now heads round with a timed lap this time. See what he does and see how quick he is. The others are doing 59.5 second laps at the moment. A Race Odyssey then went in the pits and came back out. We saw him exit, we've seen him go round one lap. Now he's on a timed lap. We'll see what time this is for the number 22 car and try and gather whether he's on slicks, as he's very sideways coming through Brodericks. And the guys on wets clearly drive through there hard. Round they come then. The City Generator goes through. A Race Odyssey now. Heading through all on the dry line, staying on the dry stuff, slides it in. What is the time that a Race Odyssey puts together? Goes really wide coming out of Cashies. Round he goes through pub, heading on to Sinking Straight. A Race Odyssey, 2 minutes and 25 seconds was off the track. That is enough time to change wheels. What is he this time? Over the line he's gone. 59.719. Thinking that was that lap, but maybe not, because he didn't change the recording, so not quite sure what tyres he's got on. Still, they're all coming into the pits and they're all coming back out. Round they go through, better bends and back towards me as the sun starts to shine. Track starts to dry. And we're almost an hour into this race. I'm going to get down the pits and we're going to see whether these guys are braving the wets, as still Force Phantom heads into the puddles. Round they all go then. Just waiting for some more carts, and Team A Race Odyssey, the number 22 cart. That's the one I want to get a close look at to see what they've got on that number 22 cart as they all come back past towards me now. And no Phantom hasn't been in. They're still on wets. So here's A Race Odyssey. Team 47 is as well. And they left the wets on, so Team 22 left the wets on the cart. No change to slicks yet. Going to now continue and go to the driver's change. So Simon hops out, Macca hops in. So on he continues. So Macca has done. They've had their fuel stop as well. So Macca now heads out for Force Phantom, and away he goes. All right, so we're down in the pits, and it's one of the fuel stops about to occur. So City Generators, and Dan Nystrom is waiting there for the car to come in. So City Generators now enters the slow lane, and that is the right-hand lane for the fuel stop. They're told where to go, so the driver just coasts in nice and steadily. The engines will be turned off. Now the timer will be turned off by the driver, so he pushes that timer, that is it. Now they're on a fixed time to fill the fuel in the car. All right, so the fuel is going in. Craig, the fuel monitor today, helps Dan just fill that fuel to the level they wish. As it goes in off the barrels of the system, the SEK QLD have this system. Compulsory fuel stops
The driver waits patiently by the fire extinguisher. The timer has been set, so they have plenty of time to do this. Cap goes back on securely. City Generators then will now put the driver back in the cart. Getting ready to fire it up. There we go. They make sure both engines are fired. They put the hand over the exhaust to make sure they can feel the air. Now they wait for the timer to go, so the driver now sits patiently waiting for that light to go back to green. So as soon as that light goes green, City Generators will continue on their way. The driver is waiting over there to change. Here we go. Light turned green. In they go. The driver change. The fuel stop has been done. The driver change will be done at the same time. City Generators swaps out and away they go. Oh, a little bit of touch on the throttle, but it's all right. And away they go. Driver change made. Exhaust check and they're going. City Generators a clean stop and away they go. And welcome back everybody to the video feed of the SEK QLD 6-hour enduro as we follow the leader on track at the Warwick Kart Club Sandy Creek Raceway. It is Force Phantom and Ian Mack is on board and he is 1 hour and 12 minutes into this race and leading by 11 seconds. But what is it this time as the second place car JLA starts to reel him in and he's getting faster and faster. 56.6 last time round to Force Phantom and even quicker from JLA. 56.3, 3/10 quicker. He's 11 seconds behind, but he's reeling him in at 3/10 of a second per lap. Force Phantom then is going to be made to really push on. Macca looks over the shoulder to see where he is. You can see him in the distance. The nerves might be jangling as Macca now realises Force Phantom are only a couple of turns behind them. It won't be long before he can see him on the straight. And that will be all JLA needs to reel him in as he's going to go past Team Omega. They are currently in second place in the sportsman's class. He wants to make light work of it. He doesn't want to get held up. Trying to go through a bit corner. Now he is getting, oh, he breezes past. Macca does the job, gets past Team Omega. Now he's really going to push on and hope that Omega slows down JLA because they are absolutely reeling him in, hand over fist. It was 11 seconds on the last lap, 10.254 this time. JLA is on the charge and they're coming in hot, coming in fast. Over the shoulder again, the look from Macca. Macca then looking as Omega follows him through Cashies. Round they come, onto Pub they will head. And then already looking over the shoulder, there he is. The chaser. JLA are absolutely on the charge. And every time Macca heads into a turn, looks over the shoulder and guess who's there? JLA are getting closer and closer. Over the line they go this time. What does his time put? Wow, 55s! He's into the 55s! JLA, hammer time! 8 seconds now behind. Boy oh boy, is he winding it up. The JLA car is absolutely motoring. Boy oh boy, has he got some pace. We'll look up now with Team Force Phantom as he comes back towards me. Macca is no longer looking over the shoulder in that corner because he's already out of sight and he's very nearly behind him. They're almost coming into Cashies together. This time if he looks to his right, he will see him. There he is, almost. Exit of Cashies and entry of Cashies, the two carts. The leading pair slugging it out with 1 hour and 15 of this race gone. 8.762 was the gap last time round. He didn't get into the 55s. Does JLA go faster again? Stays the same and it's 8.8. Boy oh boy, he maybe is answering the call. And Macca has to really push on. Has he gone in? I think he has. I think Macca's pulled in. Ian Mack has gone. Driver change or something is going on. They've changed. Already done fuel. And they've already done a driver change. So Force Phantom, another strategy call. What are they doing? intrigue aplenty, as now round comes JLA, and this will be to assume the lead of this race with 1 hour and 16 minutes gone. JLA now heads over the line, and they've done a 55.975 last time. This time a 55.910. So again they go faster, and this time it's to take the lead of the race. 1 hour and 15 in, back to the lead, JLA, and looking very, very fast indeed. Looking to see where Force Phantom come out though, because that could be a long change, and boy oh boy, if this track is dry enough, it could be one gutsy move to put slicks on. As Macca was telling us, it's about 30 seconds in the air once they get it onto the trolley, so they will lose a lap and a half. But if it's to put slicks on, I think it's a good move. This track just looks like you could really get away with them, and that will bring JLA in very quickly, I would imagine. He's getting quicker and quicker, and I think this is dry enough. I reckon if you stay on this dry line, this is almost a slicks track. Very, very close indeed to it. Out he comes. We're going to look to see what these tyres are. Are they shiny? We'll try and get a look. Mac has stayed in the cart. He's wiggling. I reckon that's slicks. I think we've got the first one of the leaders has gone out. Oh yes, that is slicks. He is sliding. Now he's aiming for all the dry lines. Macca has made the call. Rupert has gone P2. Force Phantom has gone P3. And he's on those dry lines. And they are slicks. He's sliding everywhere. Now what advantage can he get? Can he get an advantage he needs? At the moment, his times are almost certainly going to be slow, but I'm pretty sure they are going to get quicker and quicker. This is not going to get wet. It is only going to get drier. And Force Phantom goes over the line to complete a lap right now. Now we'll see what the times they're doing on slicks. Everybody will be watching the timers. Everyone will be reacting. A Race Odyssey will be glued to their screens to see what this driver's doing. As Ian Mack heads down through Racing Ears into Broderick's, he can see him going very wide and using all the dry lines he can. Round he goes through better bends, JLA goes past. So JLA are actually going to be not far in front of him. He will be chasing them down. That lap last time was 3 minutes and 6 seconds. That is enough time to change to these slicks. That's how long it takes. 3 minutes and 6. Get in, get out. The shiny tyres on. And what does he do this time round? This is the first flying lap on slicks. Now we're going to see what the Force Phantom kart has. Over the line he heads. 56 seconds he was doing previously. 57! It was the move he needed to make. He's only a second slower, and he's going to start to wind it up. Now watch for a flood of teams go in. As Ian Mack has proved, the slicks were a good option. He is going to get quicker and quicker. Round he goes. Slides it round Broderick's. Heads into better bends. We'll get one more lap and then we'll try and rush down to the pits and see how many go early. Round he comes. Heading into the chicane. Still the cars are out there continuing round. Nobody else has prepared the slicks yet. JLA continues as well. He's fast enough for the 55.9, but what is this time? 57.2 last time to Force Phantom. This one will be the decider. What does he do? 56. It is quicker. The slicks are working. He's got them dialed in and warmed up. Now Force Phantom is in pursuit. Now we're going to see some action in the pits as they all start to make their changes. We will be back. So down here in the pit area, two teams. JLA are putting their slicks on. So we've got two teams assisting them. We've got Dan Nistrom helping as well. So JLA putting the slicks on. They've seen what's going on out there with Force Phantom. They've seen the pace they've got. They want to get back on that same lead pace too. So currently change is going on as quick as you can. can see them using the rail gun as quick as possible. All hands to the pump. Now they're going to get the cart off the trolley. Here we go. Around they go then. JLA making the driver change as well. Here we go. Off the trolley. Down they go. Now they'll pull start it again. And then away he goes. JLA then go to the slicks. Force Phantom did it first. JLA follow suit and away we go. The chase is on. Driver or cart change comes in, and it is Team Omega coming in. So 47 Team Omega come down and heading round nice and steadily through. Through he goes. They're going to change the tyres. Omega are going to put the slicks on, so wets at the moment. Omega, all hands to the pump. Away they go. The 47 cart is up on the trolley. And away they go. They're going to take it into the pits and do it. Just out of the pits, in fact, so the ruffle guns in effect. Here we go. Team Omega smashing out those wheels, getting those slicks. Oh, the slicks are almost down to nothing. Look at that. The slicks are very nearly gone. Boy, oh boy, there is nothing left on them on the wets, I should say. Almost gone completely. But have a look at a Race Odyssey and see how Race Odyssey's tyres look. Boy, oh boy, there's nothing left of these tyres either. They are virtually slicks. Look at that. They absolutely took them to the limit. So the wets were used for as long as they possibly could. The front has almost gone. The front right, in fact, is almost bald. That is unbelievable stuff. So the rears are pretty shot too, but the slicks are already on. Team Omega, got them gone. The rattle guns are going. Pretty much ready to go. They're almost there with both. Oh, trouble with the front one. The front wet is not coming off. They've got drivers with it. Now it's off. Spacers out. Wheels on. Just trying to get that slick on. They want to get it right. There we go. They've got to get the right track as well, so they've got to get it right. As the rattle gun goes on for 22. Around now comes the cartel. Does the driver change the cartel? So the cartel are going to swap. It's like, out comes Maria. There we go, the weight's off. The car was just fired up and away they go. So the cartel make their change as well. And here we go with Team Omega. Plonk the cart on the ground. Slicks on. Engine's about to be pulled. Here we go, the first one, the second one, they all start. There we go, one's gone. The second one's gone. Both ready to go. Here we go, around they go. Team Omega, back out the way. Down they go then, heading down nice and slowly. Mustn't break that speed limit. And then on the gas out. Still a Race Odyssey changing these wheels. The last of the wets coming off, and that was the shot one. That was properly shot. So nothing left on that wet. The slicks are almost all on. Busily toiling away with this gun. The rattle gun in effect. On goes the last of the slicks. Spacer in, rattle gun on. Cart nearly ready then. A Race Odyssey, remember, had some pace today as well early on, like it was sliding but comfortable. Drivers ready. Here we go then, they are getting ready now. Drivers waiting to get in, they wheel it round. Cart off the trolley. Slicks are on. Here we go. Now they're going to jump in. Now they'll fire up both those engines and give it some gun. Here we go, they're checking one, checking two. Away we go. A Race Odyssey. On he goes. Another cart's back onto slicks then, and now most of these guys have put the slicks on, the wets are off. And away. Round they come then. Back towards me it is. Into Cashies with Rupert's Bar and Grill. There goes the cartel, there goes JLA. Now they've got traffic. JLA then holding the lead of this race. Team Omega comes through next, and then the second place car of Force Phantom. 8.965 behind and trying to chase down JLA. We're getting faster and faster. There goes Team 13 through Cashies, broad slides it off the curbing. Back towards me now comes City Generators, and a Race Odyssey is right with them. A Race Odyssey and City Generators about to go side by side, and Cashies doesn't go through, tries to cut back and then goes real tight over the curbing. A Race Odyssey down to Pub, chasing hard over the line. They go now down Sinkins, whilst back towards me comes 773. But here goes a Race Odyssey, looking on the brakes, is it? Doesn't go this time on the brakes. Now they head through. Whoa, he looks over the shoulder. So City Generators looking over the shoulder whilst a Race Odyssey looks like he's going to have a crack. Into Broderick they go. Nothing doing that time. Still stays behind. Into Better Benz they head. Now they will emerge from Better Benz. And this time in Cashies, a Race Odyssey might be close enough for a look at this. As they head now, and Race Odyssey peels up the left-hand side, goes through, oh, nearly! Doesn't quite make it stick! Couldn't quite go through! Waiting then for JLA, the leader of this race, as they all smash past me. 773 goes through now. Sideways, backing it in into Cashies. Here comes the leader, he gets the mark, he gets the word to go through on the inside. So very polite move there from Rupert's Bar and Grill. He gets the hand of thank you. And here comes the chaser. Slides it in. Will he get the same courtesy from Team Omega? Omega may not know he's coming, but he's 8.83 seconds behind. And JLA goes over the line now and is pushing still with 51.9 second lap. JLA then through pit corner onto Cossa. Following him now, Rupert's Bar and Grill. Then is still the Cartel and Team Omega behind them. The chaser, he's got traffic just when he doesn't want it. He's going to, oh no, they found out. They're all trying to take each other. He's going to get balked and slowed down. Now he is definitely slowed down. Big dramas for Macca. That is a hold up. He's got past one of them. And now he's also going to pass Omega. He's gone through on Cartel, but now he's got Omega in front of him still. Through they go. Into Cashies. The pit area, so a few driver infringements mean post-race penalties to be added after this race, so that will make it intriguing. I don't think it's going to be one of the leading teams as 773 goes past and gives a big old victory V. Then Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through, followed by a Race Odyssey. Here comes JLA leading the race. So JLA gives a victory V as well. So JLA goes through past me. Then here comes Team City, and then Force Phantom goes through. So here comes Team 13 through they go. Next up it's going to be another one of the chasing pack. Team 47 Omega having a great weekend so far. Blasting away on these laps and having a belter run. As the rain is definitely starting to come down. You can now see it splashing in the puddles. The boys will be looking at these conditions and wondering what on earth to do. The slicks that I saw come off these carts had nothing left. There was no tread left on any of these slicks, so I don't know what they're going to do. There is nothing left in the bag. And now Force Phantom comes past me. Here we go. The City Generator in pursuit. Here comes Team 13. Back towards me with Team 13 plus. Get this, the JLA, Briggsy is over there helping out. So talk about sportsmanship and the Enduros. The issue is on the rear left. So the problem is a big one. They're having to make a definite technical change. And Briggsy from JLA is there helping out as Macca's trying to get the spindle off, still not coming off. Briggsy runs off to get a tool for him. That's what it's all about. Enduro karting, they do help each other out. They want to get this car back on track, and Simon's making sure they're all sort of hands to the pump. So desperately trying to get this rear left wheel sorted out. Briggsy brings the pliers round. They're just trying to get the circlip off, so that's what they're trying to do. Try and zoom in there for you, show you what they've got it off. So here we go. Now they're going to try and make that change and correct the issue. Brand off with a washer. Macca working furiously. This is busy times.
Yep. If you've got a 7 and a hammer, just hammer it in and turn it.
Here we go then. He's still trying to make that change, so he's going to...
7 mil you're talking about? Yeah, just snap it in there and then turn it. I'll take our LNP. 7 or something Imperial.
So they're just trying to find the right tool to make this change, so it is big issue, and now they're going to try and open up that. They're going to So they're just trying to split that gap. Now they've got it loosened. I think they've done the job. Now they're going to try and make the correction. The chain looks all right still, so it's not with the chain the problem. Now he's going to take the chain off. So they are going to just try and remove that chain. Ooh, it's a bit tricky. It's too tight. I think it's not going to come over there. So you're going to try and loosen this. They're losing plenty of time at the moment, this. So the Force Phantom car now has the chain off. The chain is off. So now they're going to try and affect this change they need. It is costing them several laps. Not what they wanted to do.
Sorry.
Started. Oh no, it's a big drama too. This is taking way too long. Unfortunately, this is going to put them out of contention for the lead as they're just hammering that off now and just getting it off the spindle. So they're going to knock it all the way off. It is coming. So again, Briggsy, that is the JLA team driver. So Briggsy here helping them out. You can see what it's all about in enduro racing. All hands to the pump to try and get Force Phantom, their closest contender, back on circuit, and they're going to maybe get this off and try and make the change as the guys from Team Race Odyssey come over as well, just to watch on and see if they can lend a helping hand there.
Thank you.
I think the chain's still okay.
Where are they? Oh, okay, you want those off that one.
Oh shit, sorry.
That's alright.
So still they're working on it. Welcome back everyone, we are nearly 3 hours into the Enduro as the Rupert's Bar and Grill car comes past me and heads into Cashies and then through Cashies onto Pub turn. So through Pub goes the Rupert's Bar and Grill cart, currently holding a fabulous position in this Enduro, holding on to P2 and only 4 laps behind the leaders of JLA. There goes Force Phantom, currently P4, having had those dramas. There is the leader. Briggs is on board in the JLA. 178 laps completed now as he heads down around Power Republic and through into pit corner. He's got Team 13 just in front of him. Has to be careful. Team 13 now knows he's there. He's going to go up the inside. Does he know he's there? I think he does. Yes, he does now. Whoa, no, he doesn't. Whoa, he has to yield. Team 13 didn't see him. Briggs, he tried to go through. Now he's going to go through. He does see him finally. And Briggsy makes it stick. So Briggsy waves the finger, not happy. Oh, Team 13 yet again goes around. Briggsy maybe just caught him out. And for the second time in succession, I turn the video on and Team 13 does the triple Salco. That is one for the video reel tonight. Unfortunately, Team 13 gets the finger waving from Briggsy. I think it was a genuine mistake. He didn't see Briggsy coming. He was hot on him and right on him really fast. But Briggsy didn't really appreciate being held up at all. He is in full race mode, don't forget. And Team 13, minding his own business, had to yield, eventually coming through New Pub. Here comes though Briggsy. Through he goes. Heads down into Cashies. Through Cashies then. And now onto Pub. Now we will start to really turn it on. And then we wait as down past me. Through the DPE chicane comes the Cartel. Next up it's going to be City Generators. Through they go. Behind City Generators it is Rupert's Bar and Grill. Through they go. Behind Rupert's Bar and Grill, Team Omega in a fight with the Race Odyssey. Through they go. Behind them it's going to be Force Phantom. Ian Mack on board. Through he goes. Backer giving it some jangle. Then it's going to be JLA. Briggsy, followed by Team 773. They all go through past me. And still the Enduro is not even half race distance. There is plenty of time for things to go wrong. In an hour, we could see some this is not over by a long shot. City Generator still full gas. So are Rupert's Bar and Grill. Now, a Race Odyssey with Team Omega right on his bumper. Now, a Force Phantom flashes past me. Heads into Cashies. Briggsy gives the big finger. 773 still flat out as well. We are almost 3 hours into this race. Not even half race distance. The conditions are dry. The sun is out. But it could all change very, very quickly indeed. As the boys and girls continue. Remember, Maria Ricketts is in that cartel car. Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. Next up, still this battle, and it's mighty close. And Team Race Odyssey up the inside, nearly side by side. Team Omega having a crack, trying to go through. Now they're side by side. Can't go through on the outside. Going to try the inside. Omega will try the switch back. A Race Odyssey still going at it. This is a race, and it's not going to give up either. It is. Omega leads. A Race Odyssey is a lap down, but they do not want to get past. So a Race Odyssey, understandably, is not going to give that up. This is a battle for position. He doesn't want to give it up. Round they come then, and round comes Rupert's Bar and Grill. Past me. Still, the two going at it. Still they're going at it. Race Odyssey holds on. Whoa, Team Omega. Again, having a good look. We'll try to go outside and then try and come back on the inside. Is the switch back on? There they go down Sinkins. Oh, he's still looking over the shoulder. Does he know it's the guy who's in lead in this race? A Race Odyssey does not want to go 2 laps down. They will want to hold. They are in P2 and the leader is trying to get past them and lap them. And they go into Better Benz. Now they will come back past me again. Still this pair going at it. A Race Odyssey still going on it. Team Omega right on his bumper. Still giving him some. Still he's having a crack at him. Alters the helmet. They'll be talking to them on the comms. Telling them where they are. Telling them what's going on. There's a Force Phantom. Ian Mack is in pursuit. Then the race leader JLA goes round. It's all going to come together very, very nicely. With that battling pack in the sportsman's class in front. Force Phantom will not want JLA to go past either. Through they come then, through Cossa, now heading down to Broderick's. Through Broderick's they go, whilst Team 13 comes past me. Then City Generator and the cartel goes through. Then it is Rupert's Bar and Grill. Behind them still, while Race Odyssey trying to get away. Trying to stay away as much as he can. Following them, it's still the Flyer, Force Phantom and JLA. Through they go. Round they head then. And then behind them, still 773. Through they go. 773 heading round. Next up, back they go through. Better Benz is going to be Team 13 that comes through next. And then there's going to be a gaggle of drivers come through here. So Team 13 it is first up. Heading past me flat out through the DPE chicane. Team 13 into the chicane. Followed by City Generators. Then Rupert's Bar and Grill. The cartel was in there. Then it is a Race Odyssey. Team Omega. The Force Phantom. Then JLA. They all go through. Heading now down towards Pub. Flat out through Pub. As back past me goes 773 again. He's got almost all the circuit to himself because leading the way on circuit round past the grounds at the moment, Team 13. has got the cartel about to go through. So Team 13, I think, is about to get swallowed up. I think that's Maria Ricketts on board. Looks like Maria's race suit, I think. As they come down then into New Pub, still Team 13 holds on. But hold on is what's gonna take, because the cartel is right there. Then City Generator. Whoa! A race odyssey. The inside was it? Whoa, no, not quite down, but then Force Phantom was in there as well. Now Team Omega has to yield as the Force Phantom goes through. Boy, oh boy, that was close. And now JLA is also going to try and go through. Looks to go up the inside and breezes past. Force Phantom wants to go another one through Race Odyssey. Gets it done. Oh no, the car stops. Is that Team 13? It is indeed. So Team 13 has gone around again. Has had a drama. That will definitely have the cartel in front now. So the cartel has gone through. That's Maria on board. So the cartel goes through. Next up, wait and see who's made that move and who's flashing past me. City Generators, Force Phantom, JLA, then a Race Odyssey, then Team Omega. They all go through into Cashies. JLA, whoa, 3 wide. But he politely lets him through. Maka lets JLA through. So now they all, as you were, in 773, trying to catch them up. Rupert's Bar and Grill comes past me. Down Racing Ears. Next up it's going to be the cartel. Maria on board and round goes the cartel past me. Next up is going to be JLA with the arch enemy. Force Phantom. Then it will be Team Omega followed by a Race Odyssey. Next up it's going to be City Generators following that small spin. And on they go, big wide line followed by 773 as they all go through round Racing Ears. Then half the field are already on the other side of the circuit. No one's on this side. They all go through Cashies hairpin. JLA then still leading the way. Back towards me. Rupert's Bar and Grill. Down he goes. Following Rupert's will still be the cartel. Into Costa now with the cartel. Back past me then. Then it is JLA, followed by Force Phantom. Then it's going to be Team Omega, number 47. Then a Race Odyssey, following him. Next up it's going to be City Generators and Team 773 in pursuit and getting mighty close to as they all go. The driver, I think, has been given the signal. The boys are poised, ready to make this work. Team Omega having a good day so far, so they will want to make this change as quick as possible. Remember, we are only half race distance. Still in P1 and need to get this right. Waiting for the car. Here they come. I think this is them. Is it them coming in? Yes it is. Here we go then. The change is on. It's got to coast through here now, doesn't want to get a penalty. This is P1, remember? In the sportsman's class, they are leading at the moment. So round they come, nice and steady. Driver ready to jump in. Hops out. Driver jumps in, away they go. Checks it out. Next sure it's all good, the legs out, away we go. Driver change done. Leaders of the race, the comms is put on. And Team Omega out onto the circuit once more, leading the way. And do they maintain the lead? We're about to find out as they desperately try to get back up to speed and pace. Remember, they were just 1 lap to the good. Coming in, doing a driver change and getting back out. Has it lost them that lead? Currently 51 seconds to the good. They may well hold it. Round goes 773. Waiting to see where Team Omega come. First of all, Team 13 comes past me. I better get out of the way because they tend to do triple Salcos. They do a bit of slippy, slidey stuff. And Team Omega still leading the way as JLA goes through. And Omega, where are they? Still leading? Yes, they are. They've managed to maintain the lead. So Team Omega hold the lead still. The Cartel with Maria Ricketts on board, still flashing past. Then a Race Odyssey goes through, flat out through pit corner. Then it is 773. Through he goes, heading through Costa now and heading down onto Sinking Straight. We wait for the next kart to come around. It will be the number 13. Team 13 through pit corner. Round they go, followed by JLA. Next up it is Force Phantom. Through they go. Macker on board, Force Phantom. Then it is Team Omega leading the way still. Team 46 is following, and they're in P3, 3 laps down. But a Race Odyssey, the number 22 kart, is the one that's chasing down Team Omega. Here they are. So a Race On is the kart. They've got all the work to do. Currently 17 seconds behind. They are chasing hard. Team Omega in the lead. A Race Odyssey behind them. That is your sportsman's class. There is Team Omega. They are leading the sportsman's class. There goes Force Phantom. And waiting for JLA. Here they come. So welcome back everybody to the video feed. And it is the 6-hour Enduro SEKQLD Queensland. And currently leading the 6-hour Enduro, James Monroe is in the number 12 JLA kart. Round he comes towards me. There he is. Heading down into Cashies. Back onto pub corner now then. Leading the race, and this will make it 244 laps into the race. 3 hours and 45 minutes have gone, and JLA lead the way in the max class. Team Omega lead the way in the sportsman's class. And here comes Team 13. Currently 5th place in the sportsman. There is City Generators, they're 4th. JLA lead the way in the max class. Next up, a Race Odyssey. They are P2 and only 1 lap behind Team Omega. And chasing hard, they're in this race. And it is all to play for. They can make that time up in the pits. They really can. They've got to think long and hard on how they do their pit strategy. They need helping hands. They need every hand to the pump. When they come and do their change, they've got to be silky smooth, because that kart, the number 47, leads them and is about 2 corners behind. 39 seconds is the gap. Round they go. There is Rupert's Bar and Grill. Then it will be Team Omega leading the sportsman's class. Behind them, chasing hard. The dramas early on that beset the number 66 Force Phantom kart, all gone away now. Running in 49.959 second laps, but will not catch JLA. The question is, can they get 10 laps from Rupert's Bar and Grill in 2 hours and 10 minutes of this race? Rupert's Bar and Grill have got to stay consistent. Simon Ham and Ian Mack have got to be strong and keep on pushing as hard as they possibly dare. They will want P2. The championship is at stake. They need all the points they can get. Team 13 into Cashies. City Generators into Cashies. They're the leaders. JLA, the number 12, goes through Cashies and heads onto the back of City Generators through pub. Round they go, heading onto Sinking Straight. Closing up on that gap now and breezing up behind them. They will head through pit corner. JLA closes up and blasts through on the inside. Comfortably done. Another place taken. Nice and neatly on the back markers. JLA, James Monroe is giving it some jandle. Round we go then, round better bends. Through towards me now. First of all, 773, the Cartel, then Team 13, then JLA, then it is City Generators. As they all go through Cashies and head back up towards me, all looking over the shoulder. The Cartel looking to see who's coming. He's trying to get through on 773. He realises that maybe JLA's coming. He saw him in the hairpin. Whilst here comes a race odyssey. The chase is definitely on. A race odyssey. The comms will be going mental. They will desperately want this win. They would love to win the sportsman's class. There is their arch rival, and they've got the Force Phantom cart about to go past them. They won't want to let it pass on the corner. They want to let it go on the straight. They do not want to get slowed down. They are leading, remember. The Team Omega cart leads right on. Look at this. All heading into Cashies. Oh no, yet again. 13 has gone round once more. And again on film, unfortunately, the fourth time. And this time, unfortunately, he took the Cartel out with him. So, unfortunately, they are going to be the recipients of the Triple Salco Challenge. And 3 times I think they've done it going into Cashies. And just when I point it in the right direction, the camera picks it up. And it's a big, big off for Team 13. Unfortunate for them. They're having a blast. But boy, oh boy, if they had some dramas. He saved it again and kept it going, but poor old Cartel got taken out as well. Meanwhile, JLA goes through. City Generators goes through. Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. Then it'll be the Cartel and Team 13. Behind Team 13 is going to be the Chasers. A race odyssey in pursuit of them all. Through they go through. Then it'll be Force Phantom. And behind Force Phantom, it's going to be the leaders, Team Omega, in the sportsman's class. Round they head then back towards me. Heading into Palm. There are 3 hours and 51 minutes done. 6 hours is the duration. We're almost at 2 hours left to go in this race. As the sun is shining on the Sandy Creek Raceway. Dry conditions at the moment. Very few wet patches left. And we are praying for no rain. Team 13 will be doing the rain dance. They want it to rain. They would love it to go very, very moist indeed. Simon Ham wouldn't mind either. He's got the race head on. He would love to get it wet again. He's quick in the rain. Team Omega though having a belter run. 51.197 the last lap. Over the line he goes now to complete 241 laps. 242 that time. A race odyssey we follow now. They've done 241 laps. Round he goes through Broderick's. And back towards me now, the Cartel and Team 13. Hopefully Team 13 doesn't take the Cartel out again. Maybe we'll go for a move and get it right. It's got to be really careful. Whoa, ball down ended Marky Higgins. So the Cartel struggling a little bit. Team 13 is going to go through on him. Got to be careful and get it right. Team 13 down through the Power Republic left-hander, heading into pit corner. Higgins gets away in the Cartel. Now blasts it through pit corner onto Cossa. Back towards us they come, past the grandstand. Still Higgins holding on, but Team 13 looking to go. Oh no, he pulls back. He had a look and then he pulled back. Didn't make it stick. Through they go, through Better Bends. Heading on to New Pub now and back towards me and still Team 13. Having a look at the back of Higgins. Into Cashies. Out of Cashies, and again he's got the run coming out. Looks over his shoulder to see who's there. It's a Race Odyssey and Force Phantom in pursuit. Through they go, through pub. Big movement on the steering wheel for Simon Habs. Oh, Team 13 goes through. They've gone past Higgins. They've gone through on him and passes him round the Power Republic turn. So Team 13, with the pace that cart's got, have gone past Mark Higgins. Simon Ham again goes through on the Race Odyssey. He's got it done in pit corner. And we are at 3 hours and 54 minutes. Round we come, back towards me then, and still Team 13 holding on from the cartel now just in front of him. And it is Force Phantom blasting his way through on the inside. The Force Phantom munching away through the laps. Simon Ham looks over the shoulder, says thanks to Higgsy. Through he goes. A Race Odyssey following him all the way through. Bob, then the leaders in the sportsman's class go through there as well. That is a good drive from the team. 47, Team Omega having a cracker day. They went well yesterday, they've gone well again today. So the current standings, with 3 hours and 55 minutes done, there is the leader. It is JLA leading the way from Rupert's Bar and Grill. There is the Rupert's Bar and Grill car. They're in P2. In P3, Force Phantom, there they are. Force Phantom goes through. In P4, the cartel, there is the cartel. And in the sportsman's class, there is the leader, Team Omega, they're P1. Following them, that cart, it is the 22, the Race Odyssey cart. In P3, City Generators, and here they come. City Generators holding P3. Team 7, 73 at the moment. In P4, they must be off circuit having a change. And Team 13 in P5. That is your standings with almost 4 hours gone. We're 2 hours away from the finish of this race. We will be back on the video later. So waiting patiently by the fuel Bowser, Craig, the attendant. Is it the fuelie, the attendant? Fuel attendant. And team principal there on the mic waiting for him to come in. So they are prepped and ready for the team. Here he comes, here he comes. So City Generators making their way in. Round they come then into the pit stop bay. They are sitting P3 at the moment, remember. So they are third place kart. They need to make this smooth. Engines off, driver out, buttons pressed. Here we go then, they've got to do this nice and cleanly, nice and carefully. Fuel Bowser goes in, going to fill that to the brim. Drivers standing by the fire extinguisher. The light has been depressed, so they do have a timed stop for this. They all have exactly the same. Fuel goes into the level they want right to the brim. There it is, that is as full as they can get it.
Beautiful, thank you.
That's about it, so the rag will be used. Done by Craig, so drivers now getting ready to hop back in. Then they'll fire those engines back up. Then they're just going to wait for these lights to go green. First engine's on, the second engine's on. Here we go then, waiting for the green lights. City Generators have got Rupert's Bar and Grill in front of them. They're right in the way at the moment. Hopefully they can get that car started. They're just in the way. This is going to be a drama. They need to move him. Whoa, he's gone. He's out of the way. He's moved, so they got lucky. And now the driver change will come. The City Generators, here they go. Round they head then. The driver's waiting. In they will jump. Driver change for City. Arms out, drops it. Whoa, that was a quick driver change. Talk about slick. That was a good manoeuvre, and out he goes. So the City Generators continue on their way in P3 at the moment, chasing down a Race Odyssey. So a great stop from the boys. Dan Nistrom was the one who hopped out, and the boys continue on. Comes round and heads down to driver change. They jump in, jump out, new driver in. Away they go. Both engines running, and that's it. A Race Odyssey trying to hang on and keep going. They are chasing Team Omega, who are about to make their change too. So Team Omega still lead but now it's 3 laps, and what will it be when Team Omega come in and make their change? It won't be too far away as the driver is sitting waiting. Lee is here, so it's not going to be too long before Team Omega come in. We'll just watch to see if we can see them coming down around the track. We'll pick him up when we see the number 47 cart go round. We'll just watch their progress and see if it's a fuel stop or just a driver change. Here they come. So Team Omega continues on, and they will keep going for at least another lap. They've had the board, I'm pretty sure that was the board for, so Lee Duckelman will be waiting to come in, and the team have been given the signal to pit. So it could well be a fuel stop. We'll just watch to see which side of this pit bay he comes in. If it's this side, it'll be driver change. If it's the left-hand side, it's going to be the fuelie. So waiting for Team 47. Lee Duckelman sitting there waiting to jump in the cart. They are still leading the Sportsman's Class race. In the Max Class, it's still JLA from Force Phantom now in P2. From the Cartel in P3. Rupert's Bar and Grill in P4. But here will be the change. Whoa, he's carried on. He's doing another one. So Team Omega doing one more lap, maybe having a little bit more fun than they thought. Pretty sure I saw the sign go up, but it continues on. So Team Omega does another lap, and they are still 3 laps to the good. The question is, will they be that far now that a Race Odyssey is back out there and smashing out 51.736 second laps? They need to make this change clean. They cannot make a mistake. Waiting for them to come round sinking straight any moment now and see if they do peel into the pit lane. And we'll watch to see which side of this lane they go. Heading down the straight now, there's 3 cars there. That's City Generators, JLA, and Rupert's Bar. Oh, and the Cartel going through. So they all flash through together into Costa's corner. There is still Team Omega continuing on. The board has been shown here. I'm not sure he's seeing it. They might need to come out onto the track and put the foot out. We might need to shake our hands. Shake your booty. He ain't seen you. Through goes JLA, Rupert's Bar and Grill. A Race Odyssey. They are the battle, remember. With Team Omega, who are struggling to see this pit sign. Round we go then, all heading down through Cashies. Still waiting to see Team Omega come in. Think he might have to do star jumps because he's not seeing that sign. JLA hammering away. Then City Generators, the Cartel, through they go. Team Omega again comes through. Now he sees it. Now will be the time. Team Omega has seen the sign. Lee Duckelman will be prepared. The fuel bay or the driver's stop. We're going to find out any moment which one it is. As Simon Ham goes through, then the Rupert's Bar and Grill, and a Race Odyssey now has got 3 laps to make up. How many can he make up in this change? We're about to see. Team Omega then heading over the far side of the circuit, just going through Cashies now. Then it will be on to Pub and down Sinking Straight and head down this peel off lane into the pits. Through goes JLA, then City Generators and the Cartel. Here comes Team Omega. Which side? They're going to go straight up. I think it is a fuel stop. Yes, it is. It's a fuel. Oh, is it? I think it is a fuel stop. So they are coming down to the fuel bay. So this will be a long stop. How much closer can a Race Odyssey get? This is really important. They've got to be fast. They've got to be super fast. Craig ready to put the fuel in. This is for the lead. Remember, they're going to hold the lead. They are currently 3 laps to the good. But a Race Odyssey is continuing on. They've really got to be quick. The leaders in the Sportsman's Class. Lee Duckelman sat over there ready to get in the cart. There'll be a driver change and the fuel stop. The fuel is nearly to the top. Remember, this is a 1-minute timer, I think, with the fuelie, so it's all fixed. They can't fudge it. And I'm not sure that a Race Odyssey is going to make up enough laps. There'll be 2 laps down, maybe still 1. Engine's about to be fired up. There we go. The second one's going to get fired up. Both running. Now we watch for the lights. Red light is on. Wait for the green. Checks both engines. Lee Duckerman's up there waiting. City, a Race Odyssey in pursuit for Team Omega. They are the leaders. 2 laps to the good of the minute. Might well be 1 lap after this one. There is the green light. And away we go. Duckwoman then. Gonna jump in that cart. Gotta be a quick change. Out he gets. Let's put on. Duckwoman gets in. Lee's ready. Bombs connected. There he goes. Lee Duckwoman. Away he goes. And where does that put him? We're about to see, because they were 2 laps for the good. And he just gives Force Phantom room to continue. Oh, it's 1 lap to the good. Wow, look at that right behind him. So now a Race Odyssey has to not only catch him and pass him, he's got to make a whole lap up as well, with 1.5 hours left of this race, just over. So it is still JLA leading the way. Force Phantom P2, the Cartel P3, Rupert's Bar and Grill P4 in the sportsman's class. Still Team Omega after that perfect stop from a Race Odyssey, from City Generators, from Team 13, from Team 773, who unfortunately out of this race. I'm not sure what this is. This is a... was that a drive-through penalty? Hey? Oh, scales. So that's scales. So they've done a scale stop, and I think they'll come back in again because Briggsy is waiting there. So I think it might well be a driver's change as well. And I'm thinking the race leaders will also do fuel. So I'll just pop up and see what the boys are doing. No, they're just going to be a driver change. They're not going anywhere near the fuel. So I'll just check with Bridgie. Is this just driver change? Just driver? Yeah. Yeah. Now? Yeah, right. So the leaders of the race then. Briggs is ready to go in. James Monroe is going to jump out. Aaron DeLuca is going to be helping out with the weight as a Race Odyssey comes round to do the scales. So they're all getting called in to the scales now. And here comes JLA. So the race leader comes in. James Monroe comes in now. He's done the scales. Now he's going to come round, and here come the driver change. Briggsy is going to jump in this cart. Brakes are on. Engine still running. The weight's on. It's changed. And away he goes. Briggsy leads the race. And away he goes. Big dramas in front of him, but that is a good stop from the JLA team. Then have done their scale stop, and round they come. Whoa, no, the engine's not fired. Now it's going. So round they go. A Race Odyssey back up to speed, and away they go. Both engines going. Done their scale stop. Button, that is the button pressed, and Briggsy now runs over to the fire extinguisher. The race leader, this is, remember, JLA leading the race. Briggsy will just stand next to that fire extinguisher while it's just filled with fuel. Craig fills it up. Aaron DeLuca just running over the cart, making sure everything looks good. These are the race leaders, and it's a comfortable lead. They can't afford any mistakes. 288 laps in. 4 hours and 25 minutes gone. Extra fuel there from Craig, just to give a bit of leg burn. That'll help him. And it's starting to a little bit of spits of rain just as the race leaders fire these carts up after their fuel stop. I think Craig just gave him a bit of a tickle. I think that was the ghoulie tickle, we call that. And here we go then, the red light is on, wait for the green. This is the race leader. He wants a clean getaway. He will take off. They've already had the driver change. This time, checks the engine, and away he goes. Race leader takes it off and goes through the pits nice and cleanly. That is JLA completing their last stop. Away we go. There'll be one more to one and all to Warwick Kart Club. And now we have tension and drama. It's gotten very wet. Team Omega has spun. Get it back on circuit. The wet is catching them all out. They are on slicks, and it is treacherous. Team 13, understeers to the outside of the track. Watch for JLA. Did they realise it's very wet in that corner? He's understeered. Whoa, he just brings it back. They're all gathering it all back up into Kashi's corner, but all of a sudden, the conditions are very, very tricky indeed. Whoa, big broadslide from a Racing Odyssey. They've got to be mighty careful. Red round comes Ian Mack in the Force Phantom car. The Cartel, is that the Cartel? No, that's Rupert's Bar and Grill. Going very gingerly as they all come out. Whoa, really wide from Omega again. Omega, oh no, another one's gone round. 13 has gone round in better bends. So clearly there are big dramas on circuit, and karts everywhere are getting caught out by the wet. They're all stuck on slicks, and the rain has made it wet enough to be mighty treacherous. As Briggsy still continues on at some sort of pace. Does he get it right though into Kashi's? Goes right around the outside. Just feathers the throttle. Now he's going to really slide it and drift it through pub. Goes really wide, then the slingshot back and goes past 13. It was really struggling. Team 46, the City Generator, also struggling with the handling all the way around pub. There are massive issues. Are they going to put slicks on? It is wet enough and they are really feathering it. Maka into Kashi's. Oh, he's gone really wide. Now he has to bring it back. Nearly loses it. In goes Rupert's. Has to pull it back up. Whoa, on the brakes and just gathers it. And now Team Omega, Lee Duckwoman, goes on the inside line. Now will come wide, coming out. Manages to get through there cleanly. Through Power Republic goes Force Phantom, but here comes JLA once more. JLA then goes into Kashi's. Whoa, nearly straight on again. Nearly lose it. It's obviously understeering dramatically. 4 hours and 42 minutes in, and the guys have had a tinkle of rain land on this circuit, and it's made it very, very treacherous. Whoa, Team 13 very nearly lost it once more. Put the gas on, and it almost stepped out on them. Round they head. Whoa, that's a pace for Force Phantom. Surely going in too hot. Maka picks it up and keeps it going. Whoa, broadslide. Whoa, look at that. A Racing Odyssey was sideways until eventually the traction gave up on him, and around he went. Team 33 sideways in. Now he's going to pick it up. Manages to get it done. Then through goes Team Odyssey. Lee Duckwoman understeers to the edge of the track. Brings it right then. Whoa, using all the curb. It's Briggsy in JLA, really wide now, all the way round the corner. The Cartel, oh, feathering it all the way through as well. Struggling with the handling. Round he goes into pub. We are 4 hours and 46, 4 hours and 43, I should say, into this 6-hour enduro, and City Generators again very nearly lost it on the exit. Through goes Force Phantom and Maka. Ian Mack holding it true. Oh no, 13's got it right in front of him. 13 once more, spins it in pub. A little bit on the gas, a little bit too soon. Through goes Rupert's Bar and Grill, followed by Team Omega into Kashi's. The sun's come out again. The conditions were treacherous for a minute there. Now they all look like they've gathered it around. Whoa, now it looks like Briggsy's having some fun. He is backing it in and backing it back out. So Briggsy's got the making of it. He knows what he's doing. Rupert's Bar and Grill. Here comes the Cartel. Through they go. Track will dry out very quickly. City Generators continue. Through goes Ian Mack. Nice and comfortable now. There goes Team 13, followed by a Racing Odyssey. We'll wait to come round New Pub. It will be the number 33, Rupert's Bar and Grill, to come through next. There they go. They are currently holding P4. There goes Lee Duckelman in Team Omega winning. There goes Brixie in JLA. They are leading as well. 56-second laps they've gotten down to. So big difference as the cartel comes past me now. Maria Ricketts, they said they'd put her out on slicks in the rain. They couldn't have predicted it any better, because when she goes out on the slicks, it starts to rain. Poor old Maria, she'll be kicking. She'll be spitting feathers. Boy, oh boy. There goes Ian Mack. Heading into pub now. Now they'll start to get back up to pace. Back towards me come City Generators. Through they go. We are 4 hours and 46 minutes in. A Racing Odyssey is in pursuit, and they are behind them on track now, but 3 laps down. Then it is Team 13. They're in P4. Rupert's Bar and Grill, P4 in the max. Then the leaders, Duckelman. Behind him is JLA, the leaders on track in the max class and overall. Briggsy on board. Into Cashies comes Cartel. The side pod sticking up at about 45 degrees. Had a big hit early on, I think, from Team 13. And Maria continues on. Oh, the rain again. Starts to spit. Through we go. Into pub. Round pub goes Macca. Into Cashies. Goes City Generator and a Racing Odyssey. Then Team 13. Then Rupert's Bar and Grill. They all exit. Up to power now, and then Team Omega as the leaders right behind, and through will go Briggsy. Round they go through pub. Briggsy's now going to put the foot down and try to breeze past down the main straightaway, and the rain has started once more. We've got more rain coming down. Drama again in the 6th hour, and we'll be back within the last hour of this race. Right, so welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the video feed. We are 5 hours and 28 seconds, 28 minutes, 5 hours and 28 minutes into the 6 hour enduro here at Warwick Car Club. SEK QLD, round number 4 in the 2nd round of their championship, having had to miss 2 due to the COVID situation, and we are being greeted by very dark clouds in the last 30 minutes of this race. But JLA still lead the way from this man, Simon Ham, in the Force Phantom, number 66 car. So JLA from Force Phantom, from the Cartel, and then Rupert's Bar and Grill in the max class. In the sportsman's class, this car, the 47, Team Omega have led the way, and they have a 3-lap advantage coming now into the last 30 minutes of this race. 5.5 hours they've held it for. They've only got to go for 30 more. A Racing Odyssey have given them a proper run for their money as they come round now, sliding and backing it into Cashies. A Race Odyssey have driven the wheels off the 22. The City Generators have had a cracker race as well. They have managed to hold on to P3, only 6 laps down. In P4, Team 13, Team 773, unfortunately are out of it. There is City Generators following the leaders in their class, Team Omega, with 30 minutes of this race to go. And boy, oh boy, this is going to be an intriguing finish. I'm not sure, but these clouds, have we had what must be the most amazing parting of the waves, because that one is going to the left and this one is going to the right. If that occurs, these guys have had the biggest escape you could ever imagine. There are masses of rain falling in the distance over the hills, And at the moment, the wind has separated them around Warwick Kart Club. They are very, very lucky indeed at the moment. As Simon Hand gives a thumbs up to a Race Odyssey has passed me. Now Aaron DeLuca is in the JLA kart. For the last 30 minutes of this race, I think they're going to give him the glory of bringing the kart home, assuming, of course, that they don't have to change any tyres. We're watching this weather as past me. Goes Force Phantom and a Race Odyssey really wide there around Pub. Next up will be Team 13. And we hook back up now into Better Benz. Back towards me then. Heading through New Pub. Flying down past us is Rupert of the Cartel with the bent side pod. Then it's going to be JLA, the leaders of the race so far. They've led it almost all day long. Then Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. Then Team Omega leading the way with City Slick City Generators behind them. They are 1 and 3 in the sportsman's class. Then it is Force Phantom behind them. Behind Force Phantom still a Racing Odyssey, and the wind is picking up. Does that rain come this way? There's a little bit in the air. Team 13 then, still flat out. Been giving us all the entertainment all day as Team 13. They've done many pirouettes and triple sulcos. They've been round more times than you can imagine, and they're still out there hammer timing that thing round the track and having a blast. Round comes Rupert's Bar and Grill into the DPE chicane. There is the leader of the sportsman's class, the number 47. Team Omega, Lee Duckelman, will have given up the seat to let his partner finish it off for the last 30 minutes. And round they go through Pub with City Generators right behind. Simon Ham, hammer time in the Force Phantom. 66 follows them past the tower. Around they go, and then Team 13 follows them all through Cashies. We are 364 laps into a 6-hour enduro. And the last 30 minutes we are into will be one of the most interesting. JLA into Cashies. Still no rain in the air. It is on that hill in the distance. You can see how close it is. But it's also in the hills behind. But at the moment, the track is bone dry. Very lucky indeed. The Race Odyssey continues on. Then Team 13 goes down into Cashies. Whilst over, going past the grandstand, the Cartel. Into Better Benz. Round they will come. JLA is almost upon them. The Cartel will just move out of the way. Pretty sure that's Marky Higgins on board. And the Cartel with Aaron DeLuca will blast past on the inside. Goes in nice and tight, comes out nice and wide. Gives a big hand up. Thank you, Aaron DeLuca. Looking up, you can see Aaron's looking at that cloud. He sees it in the air. There are 2 long looks at the sky. And now you can feel the rain coming. I can feel it in the air as Force Phantom is a meat in the sandwich of Team Omega and Team City Generators. Where they go through Power Republic, and is that rain coming? I think it will be. I'm not sure we're going to escape it as these three head through Cossa, heading down now onto Broderick's. Whilst here comes the leader, back towards me. Aaron DeLuca hasn't had much seat time today. Seems like Briggsy has done an awful lot of the driving. I'd love to see his hours that he's clocked up. If he was a truckie, I think he's broke the law, because Briggsy has done so many laps. Their gun driver, boy oh boy, has he put some laps in. And round they all head through Pub, heading on to Sinking straight down in the rain. Whoa, I think it's coming. Oh goodness me, will it arrive? in the last 20 minutes of this race. It is going to be very, very intriguing. Force Phantom then, past the grandstand. Already the rain is coming. I can see it on the screen of my camera. So there is rain in the air. JLA goes through. The Cartel goes through. Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. Then Force Phantom. Then Team Omega and City Generators. All going cleanly into Kashi's hairpin. Then it is a race odyssey. They go through. No one's slipping through there yet. So still not enough rain in the air to affect them. Team 13 following through using the curb. Backs it up through the right-hander then, and now coming already past the grandstand. Rupert's Bar and Grill has got the Cartel and Force Phantom right behind, while Aaron DeLuca in. The JLA can't blast past me. And here comes Rupert's Bar and Grill. Now he's going to have Force Phantom for company. Any moment now. They go through Kashi's. Now back onto Pub. Plenty of time left for something to go right and something to go wrong. Either way, there could be drama with the rain coming. And it is definitely in the air. Whoa, there are spots now on the camera. Bigger spots are falling. You'll feel them in the grandstand. The drivers will feel them on their visors. This could be a grandstand finish of all grandstand finishes. Interesting times ahead, and it's getting close to the end of the 6 hour. We are nearly 20 minutes away. Whoa, broadside there from the Rupert's Bar and Grill. Is it getting tricky? He just nearly lost it coming out of New Pub. Who will go first? I'm thinking might be a little bit treacherous as they go round. Heading through. Whoa, slippy, is it? Starting to have an effect. Not quite yet. Still they continue. 20 minutes of this race left. Still a race odyssey continues on. The rain is in the air. Team 13 into Hashies. A Force Phantom car looks over at the grandstand. Nobody making changes yet. We'll go live in a minute on the Facebook feed because this is going to be the most interesting finish we've got. If this rain comes, it will be a grandstand finish of all finishes. Phantom goes through. Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. City Generators. Then Team Omega with the Cartel right behind go through. And now it's raining. The rain is coming. We're going to switch to the live feed. So we will go back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
So welcome back, everyone. We're going to put the live feed on because conditions have just gone very treacherous indeed. We are under 20 minutes of this race left, and they are greeted now by rainfall, and the carts are very... Whoa, look at this, DeLuca! He's going to... Whoa, he went really wide there, just manages to hold on, takes it into Better Benz, and now in goes Force Phantom into Broderick's, around goes 13, the pirouette again, round has gone Rupert's, two of them go around, conditions catching them out very quickly. Team Omega cannot afford to go round. Do they know it's slippy there? Have they seen it? They've slowed down. Whoa, just about keep it together. 13 around once more. The showboat is on. Team 13 are now giving it some jandle. Just maybe where they shouldn't. Watch for into Kashi's. Team 13 are now greeted by very, very tricky conditions. They managed to keep it up this time. Yes, they do. Team Omega mustn't make a mistake. They can't afford to let the others come back at them. No one's jumping in the pits yet. 15 minutes to the end of this race. Here's the race leader. Must hold it on circuit. Aaron DeLuca goes through Broderick's cleanly. Into Kashi's though.
Oh, sideways! Whoa, who was that? Was that Team C? It was City Generators. Just about brings it back on and holds it. Meanwhile, behind me, JLA continue. Simon Ham holding it on still, looking like he's moving around in that seat. Through he goes into Cashies. Leaning hard, but it almost has no effect. It's that treacherous. They're on slicks. Round goes Rupert. Watch for Team 13. Round they come. They're all going to the extreme outside of the circuit, trying to get as much room as they can, making the corners as big and wide as possible. A City Generator still leads in the sportsman's class from a Race Odyssey, from City Generators, from Team 13. And in the max class still this kart here. JLA lead the way, 377 laps in. There are 15 minutes to go, almost 14 now. They've got to do this for 14 laps and hold these karts together. It is mighty tricky indeed. A Force Phantom, here comes the second place kart. He's not going to unlap himself, but he will feel mighty pleased if Simon can get past Aaron DeLuca in the JLA. Round they come, and the rain really is coming down. Boy, oh boy, conditions are extremely difficult. Right around the outside of the pub goes Force Phantom, Simon Ham. Aaron DeLuca trying to get away from him. He leads the race. Big slide there from City Generators in Cossa past the grandstand. Here comes Rupert's Bar and Grill. That's actually the cartel, sorry. So the cartel looks like you've got Mark Higgins back in the cart. And now Team 13 suddenly slowed it right up. A Race Odyssey also does the same. They've realised this corner is so tricky. City Generators holding on to it just. Big slide there from Race Odyssey. Through they'll go. Understeering to the edge of the track. The cartel will do the same. Back towards us, so here comes the leader. Holds still. Look at Simon Ham. He's almost out of the cart. He's just leaning so hard, putting all his weight onto the side of the cart, giving as much traction as he can to a slick tyre, which has got nothing. Round he goes, around the outside, and they're both going to go past. Are they the cartel? I think it is. They're going to go past Mark Higgins down the main straightaway. Very carefully, though. They don't want to get caught up. Round they go. Very wet indeed. And now Simon Ham has caught him. The rain, oh, it's tipping down. It is treacherous, to say the least. In the last 12 minutes, oh, he's got around such. The cartel did a pirouette just in front of P1 and P2 in the race. Very tricky. And through comes a Race Odyssey with Team 13. Then a City Generator. All heading down into Cashies. Do they go through clean? They will do just about. But here comes JLA. Looks over the shoulder to see who's there. The head moves. Watch for Simon Ham now. Whoa, understeer through the chicane. And now he's leaning hard. He daren't go too hard in there. He'll just hit the JLA cart. Gotta hold it. Where will he try and go through? Now he's going to look up the inside. Oh, JLA lets him through. Aaron DeLuca does the right thing. And look at that. Simon Ham just breezes around and almost sideswiped him on the front. Nearly took the nose cone off. And now around goes Rupert's Bar and Grill. They've gone around on the entry into Cashies. The exit of the chicane caught them out. Back they come then, and here comes Team Omega. Going very carefully indeed. Leans hard right now. Now he's going to lean hard left. I'm leading with him. Look at me go. Through he goes to Cashies. And whoa, broad slide. He's on the gas. And that absolutely sideways coming out of there. He stepped it up. And it nearly went around. Through goes the Race Odyssey with City Generators behind. They both nearly went off. City Generators does. They almost went off together. It was almost together, almost going up, but City Generators did. And now, Simon Ham leading. Oh, he's already too far over. Aaron DeLuca
right around the outside as well. We are now into the last 10 minutes of a 6-hour enduro. We had torrential rain to start. We've got rain to finish, and they're on slick tyres. The worst combination you can imagine, and City Generators has gone around again in pit corner, and he's got it back up again and running, but boy oh boy, the rain is hammering. Look at it come off the roof of the comm tower. It is belting down. Round they come then, and Zari Patrick watching on, he would love this. Through they go into Broderick's, onto Benz, and back towards me comes a Race Odyssey into the last 10 minutes then. They've got to hold it together for 9.5 minutes on slick tyres in a terrible condition on the track. It is mighty wet. Here comes the leader, holding his own still, leaning hard left. Now he's going to lean hard right. It's like a merry dance as they come round, trying to get traction out of these carts, and nothing's working. They are just feathering it all around. And Simon Ham, here's why he's so fast in the wet. Comes from the UK, used to race in Europe, and he'll have raced in these conditions many, many times. It is horrible over there. Just like this, every weekend. Who'd want to live there? Not me. Through goes Rupert's, heading toy on a real tight line that was, into Cashies. Meanwhile, City Generator, whoa, blimey! City Generators looks over to the right to see Simon Ham go through, and Simon Ham almost went sideways in a straight line. Unbelievable stuff. Round the come through Benz. Oh, Offer's got another one. That's the leader. Oh, the leader went off. He's got it back on. But boy, oh boy, JLA took an excursion. They went dirty for 30. He doesn't want to do that anymore. He's got an 18-lap advantage, and he's playing with the steering wheel. See what grip he's got. Lee's hard right now. Conditions still the worst you can imagine. Whoa, very sideways there for Race Odyssey. Team 13 heads down towards them as well. It's tipping down. Now it's terrible. Boy, oh boy. And there's still 8 minutes of this race to go. Cartel goes through. Then it is still. Oh no, that's too fast, surely too fast. There's no way you can pick that up, no way. Straight on with the wheel of the dirt. It was Rupert's Bar, oh, sideways, you're kidding. Rupert's Bar and Grill, sideways coming out, having all the fun. A Race Odyssey goes in. Team Omega, Team Omega goes into Cashies, also does the same coming out. And we'll wait for the next one to come round back towards me. It is Simon Ham. Looking like he's in control. He's got a bit of pace going in, this time sideways through the chicane. Has to lean hard right to get it to grip up to go through Cashies. JLA. Round they go. And watch for Team Omega then with the second place cart right behind them. They are 4 laps down. Oh, wheel on the dirt for Race Odyssey. Gets it back, continues on. Small mistake, but they managed to get away with it. Round they go. Back comes Team 13. They've had more spins than you can imagine. They'll be very dizzy by the end of the day. Looks like they've got it right. Oh no! The commentator's curse. Team 13 goes around again. Sorry fellas, that was my bad. I brought that on, I'm sure. I've been bringing it on all day. He takes his hands off the steering wheel. He's annoyed at himself. And oh no, not again. You're kidding. Sideways into pub. I'm staying on 13. This is more fun than the rest of the race. Team 13 then heads down, sinking straight. Not only those slicks got no grip, they're also bold, by the way. Oh dear. Holds it then. This time he keeps it straight. Now he goes into pit corner. Eyes left, ladies and gentlemen. Round again. He's gone again. Oh, he gets it back up. Watch for it through Costa. Team 13 has the eyes of the grandstand upon him. Broadsides it out of Costa. Manages to get it back. Watch for it. Here comes the tyre trap. Here comes Team 13. Oh, he's gingerly through there and makes it all the way through. Better Benzen, can he get through there? Yes, he can. Promise me, through. Rupert's Bar and Grill goes through. Team 13 will follow him. I'll give him one more minute of glory because he's given us everything, bless. So Team 13, they've had a cracker day. Early doors were dramas. Oh, that looks fast again. Is it too fast? Oh, nearly just manages to get away with it. And now we are into the last 5 minutes of the enduro, leading the sportsman. That car there. Then, oh no, the 13's gone around again. Just as I leave him be for a minute. He does the little triple Salco once more. And now, Team Omega heading down, sinking straight to complete another lap. They are into the last 5 minutes of the 6-hour enduro. We are almost at the end of this race. They're going really wide, trying to get past Rupert's Bar and the cartel, I think, actually. And Team 13 has gone around again. Oh, dear me. Stop it! You'll lose it. Round he comes. I want to shake that man's hand. He's having a blast. I reckon he's doing it deliberate. He's having such fun. And Team JLA are now into the last 4 minutes of this 6-hour race. They've had it all their own way all day, and there is Aaron DeLuca. Through he goes. I hope it's Aaron in the cart and you haven't swapped helmets. That'll be terrible if I've called it him all the time. Through goes Omega, trying to get past the cartel. Here comes Force Phantom and Team 13. Team 13's followed Force Phantom at his pace. That will be too fast. But he manages to hold on. And there is the leader. We're going to go with JLA to the end of this race with 3.5 minutes to go as he comes round now into pub. There was another spin, and it wasn't Team 13. It was actually the cartel. Marky Higgins went around. So there goes JLA down sinking straight. 57 minutes and 5 hours have gone. They've done 387 laps, and they're going to negotiate. Team 13, who's gone around again, they're having terrible trouble in pit corner. I don't know what he's doing. The grandstand having a ball, watching the action right next to them. And meanwhile, JLA then come round, and Force Phantom are just in front of them. Right up behind now, the team leaders of the sportsman's class who lets him go through. Simon Ham smashing it out now, heads over the curb, and Team Omega must wonder how on earth he does that. He does the same and leans over, and it doesn't quite work the same way like that. And here is the leader, JLA, coming home. They will see the one to go very, very soon indeed. 6 hours of racing, 387 laps. This will be 388. They may even get 390 out of this as the rain continues. And over the line they go. Force Phantom have done 370. The cartel have done 360. Rupert's Bar and Grill have done 359. In the sportsman's class, Team Omega have done 375 laps. That is good enough for second place overall, and they are the new kids on the block. The Race Odyssey have done 372 laps. City Generators have done 369. Team 13 have done 337, but it is now 5 hours and 59 minutes. And we're going to get no rain for the last lap, possibly, as JLA head down into pub and get very, very close to a race finish. They will get one to go on the next lap, because that is 5:59 and 14 seconds. Next time round, JLA should be seeing the one to go board as they head round through pit corner. Just in front of them,
the other race leader in the team sportsman's class, Team Omega. So the two leaders on the day are almost together on the circuit. Leaning hard through Broderick's as Simon Ham goes past me in the Force Phantom cart. Here come your two leaders. How apt is this that they should come around together? JLA gives the big thumbs up to Team Omega, who are now greeted by sunny skies for the finish of this race in absolutely treacherous conditions. Oh, broadside as he has some fun. And it is the checkered flag. There's not going to be one more. Give it up. Your 6-hour SEK QLD Enduro, the Max winner, JLA Racing. And in the Sportsman, your winner, Team Omega. What a race. And well done to the boys. P2 will be Force Phantom, P3 the Cartel, P4 Rupert's Bar and Grill, and the rest of the sportsman's class, a race odyssey. Here they are. They will get P2. City Generator will be P3. Team 13, P4, and Team 773, unfortunately, will be a DNF. Well done to JLA. They're well deserved. They absolutely got it right all day long. They will take the accolades and they will get the lollies. Whoa, he's gone around, you're kidding. Oh, JLA. Aaron DeLuca does himself a little spin. So well done, he's done another one. Oh, broadslide. Brilliant stuff. Oh, the big fist bump. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, still sideways, having a blast. The victory lap from the winners on the day, sideways. Brilliant stuff from Team JLA. Briggsy and James Monroe brought it home. Whoa, sideways, the pirouette. The victory salute. Oh boy, well done. They really deserve that. They will get the checkered flag and bring that round. And I'm going to dispense with the phone because I do need to get a photo of this.